Britons, Romans and Roboteers, Vercingetorix are back for more damage, we hope. That's beryllium carbonic alloy, if anyone at home knows what that means. Good news. Buzz Lightyear's wings are made of it. They've got a flipper, self-righter and a crusher all in one, so could be good news for them. Fat Boy 10, new to the wars, welcome. This is a beautiful robot, probably the biggest we've seen. It's got pneumatic punching fists there, powered by windscreen wiper motors. It's driven by a wheelchair motor, I think, and it used to spin, which meant it could self-right, but it was overweight because it's so big, so those have had to go, so hazard for them. And look who's back, it's the Plunderbird boys.
Hello, Philippa.
Hang on, Brian, that's not Philippa.
Oh, hello, Craig.
It's not Craig either, mate. It must be the new girl.
Oh, well, since you're new, these are the facts.
We are the Plunderbird team, and that is Brian.
And that is Mike.
And this is our new robot, Plunderbird 4. Now, generally, we're very nice people.
But genuinely, that's not a very nice robot.
But, of course, we are here to win.
Now, I understand one of you's blind.
Who you been talking to? My driving's not that bad.
No, I think she means me, Mike. Yeah, and?
I only asked. On with the mellows.
So what's she look like then, Mike?
Very nice, Brian, very nice.
From the Isle of Wight, Vercingetorix.
Named after a hero of ancient times, and the axe is an age-old weapon. Its materials Kevlar and Lex and very modern. Top speeds of 6 miles an hour as they go roaming about, yeah, get it? Latin, it was all Greek to me in the last series, because I thought they had the beating of Terrapin despite taking punishment from the house robots. But Terrapin's pressure and pushing eventually brought about the pit of oblivion. Just.
Hi there, I'm Ian Gear. This is Team Vercingetorix with our robot, Vercingetorix 3. This is our third war. Alistair here, he's our weapons engineer. He's controlling the big blade and the lifting beam. And our weapons coordinator, Tom. And this year, we're gonna win.
From Leighton Buzzard, Fat Boy 10.
They wanted their robot to look like a robot, not like others here. So Killalot's taken offence. 2 pneumatic spikes, a wheelchair motor, 2 windscreen wipers, the lot under 200 quid.
I'm John Lewis. This is my son Richard. This is our robot, Fat Boy Tim. He's built as a classic robot. He's got real attitude. He's got arms and spikes to blow the other robot away. Hopefully he'll have enough power to push him around the ring as well. He's running on a 36-volt motor and compressed air spikes. So we're just hoping he can do the business.
From Alton in Hampshire and seeded number 26, Plunderbird 4.
Their main weapon, they say, is fear, surprise, brute force. Oh, and a slicer-dicer. 15-mile-an-hour top speeds from 2 motors. The shell is aeroplane aluminium. These boys plan to soar. Oh, yes, they walked the walk and talked the talk last time around with Blunderstorm. But they were idle boasts, and Thermidor much too strong. Technical malfunction meant that Blunderstorm went out there back this time with a much better robot. I'll tell you what, they didn't half arrive in style today. They arrived with their secret machine at an unnamed RAF base somewhere in the south of England. Actually, it was RAF Odium. Thanks to the boys for that. All their help. Mike Onslow, Brian Kilburn. Great lads. Mike, a sculpture model maker. Built a succession of Plunderbirds. Once built a full-size model of the Titanic. Added sticky back plastic and toilet roll, so he does know what he's doing here. And Brian, he describes himself as a professional layabout. His hobbies are curries and beer. He's the weapons operator. Partially sighted, as we've heard. The Plunderbird 4 machine had arrived. Slowly, but surely, into the watching eyes of the Robot Wars world. And I'll tell you something, Mike, Brian, Plunderbird 4, they are not here to conduct, in any sense of the word, international rescue.
We are the Plunderbird team,
And this is our new robot, Plunderbird 4.
And we're here to teach you lot a lesson. And that is Brian Kilburn, who has a new product manager, and hobbies include dressing up and looking hard.
And that is Mike Onslow, a mould maker and sculptor, who also likes dressing up and looking hard.
So don't forget,
The boys are back.
Roboteers, stand by.
Vercingetorix, the Isle of Wight team, bringing us back to reality. Fat Boy Tin from Leighton Buzzard, John Lewis and Richard Lewis, his son, and there's Plunderbird, Mike and Brian. I wonder what they do at weekends.
2, 1, activate.
Plunderbird by far the fastest of these machines. There's Fat Boy Tin, by far the highest, 1.2 metres. That's the tallest robot we've ever had, actually, in Robot Wars. Compares with, well, look, compares with Killalop there in the distance. But it's a trundler, isn't it? A real throwback. The old robots of sci-fi in the 50s and 60s. Plunderbird 4 with the slicer, dicer, Vercingetorix with the axe and lifter. Fat Boy Tin with the smile. The space as well, to be fair. There's Killalop out of the CPZ and lifting Fat Boy Tin up. Here we go, any moment now. Fat Boy Tin, once it's toppled, is there any way back? Plunderbird 4, moving away. Vercingetorix, timber! Oh! Bounced on to Sir Killalop's face. And eventually, over she goes. Fat Boy Tin, well, that's it really, isn't it? Vercingetorix now, causing trouble to the aluminium shell of Fat Boy Tin. In comes Sergeant Bash. Very, very tall. But the Plunderbird boys knew, the Vercingetorix boys knew, and the house robots knew. Once you topple Fat Boy Tin, really, this mash-up melee was going to be over before it started. Dead metal spinning away. Oh, Plunderbird's been toppled as well by Vercingetorix. Now, it's too late to affect this one. They'll go through, but that's a key clue to future battles. Fat Boy Tin were immobilised way before, but that's a key issue. And other robots will have watched the way that Vercingetorix toppled Plunderbird 4. Now righting the Plunderbird team, almost inviting him, come on, come back to dance, and maybe the house robots will cause some more problems with you. We know Fat Boy Tin. Oh, this is going to be interesting. On the arena flipper, I wonder how far they can throw this monster robot. Not very far. Weighty, 77.1 kilos, and there with it went Vercingetorix. Getting in too close. Look at that. Well, they were overconfident, Ian Gear, Alistair Curtis Horsfall and son Tom. Vercingetorix, though, has that Sremek arm. You see the self-riding arm. Oh, dear. Damage to Fat Boy Tin. Oh, right through the smile. He's not smiling now. Smiling on the other side of their faces, the opponents and the house robots. Fat Boy Thin now.
Well, one in the eye for Fat Boy Tin. Plunderbird 4 and Vercingetorix go through.
That is the first snail to have fought in Robot Wars. John here is going to explain what happened. The Fat Boy Tin team are out, unfortunately. Talk us through it.
Well, Fat Boy Tim's so big he won't go in the shed, and there's not room in the garage, so we keep him in the garden under a big sheet. The snail must have got up inside. So basically the snail has been in Robot Wars, but he's still in there. When we took the cover off, he was just in the back there.
Do you think he caused you the problem?
I doubt.
Oh, right,
no,
so talk me through exactly what happened there, engineering-wise. Forget the wildlife.
Just the main battery lead come off, so once we lost all drive, we was at it. So it's just one of them things.
But look at that, you sneaked an animal in. Isn't that brilliant? It's priceless.
Oh, yeah, we're taking back. My wife would kill me if anything happened to him now. So I have to go back in the garden.
Oh no, the final snail in the Fat Boy Tin coffin. They're out. Plunderbird 4, Vercingetorix through along with Spawn of Scudder and Nightmare. So this is how they line up. The seeds kept apart. Scudder will play Vercingetorix. Plunderbird 4 will match up with the Nightmare.